Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. I am your host, Bill Miller. Today we are doing another of our vlog series. This is the sixth and final vlog for The Incredible Hulk. We are doing The Incredible Hulk issue number 6. Again, these are taken from the Marvel Essential Hulk trade paperback, volume 1. It's a black and white reprint for those of us, such as myself, who cannot afford the original comic books. These are a great alternative with which to read the stories. So turn the volume up just a hair, turn the lights down just a smidgen, sit back, relax, and let your imagination paint the pictures as we read The Incredible Hulk, issue number 6. And on the cover we have a new villain called the Metal Master. And we see the Hulk in the process of breaking out of a metal cage within which he was imprisoned. The title is The Incredible Hulk versus the Metal Master. What happens when a living being whose incredible might is almost beyond measure meets a menace from another world? A menace whose power cannot be halted by mere brute strength. And we see the Hulk smashing metal object after metal object being launched at him by the Metal Master. At a military missile base somewhere in the Great Southwest, the countdown is halted while the base commander waits for Dr. Bruce Banner to appear. Launch minus 15 minutes and holding. We can't start without Banner. He's the brains behind the entire space probe. Where in thunderation is he? General Thunderbolt Ross, never a man to mince words, expresses his feelings in no uncertain terms. Lucky for him, he's a civilian. If he were in my division, I'd have his hide. I'd slap him behind bars. Okay, Dad, what if something happened to Bruce? Strange. He's had plenty of time to change back from the Hulk and reach here by now. The Hulk has been seen in this area. What if he got Bruce? And that's obviously Betty Ross talking, the daughter of Dr. Thunderbolt Ross. And next to her is Rick. If only I could tell her that Bruce Banner is the Hulk, but I wouldn't dare. He'd skin me alive. At that moment, not far away, the object of everyone's concern crouches angrily behind a boulder under the blazing desert sun. I gotta change back to Bruce Banner, but I can't. A whole blasted infantry regiment on maneuvers between me and my underground lab. I can't reach the cave without them seeing me and discovering my secret hiding place. But I can't stay here any longer. If I don't change back to Banner soon, it may be too late. The longer I remain the Hulk, the harder it is to change back. The Hulk's peering around a boulder at heavy military equipment betwixt him and his secret lab. I gotta take a chance. Maybe I can leap toward the hidden cave fast enough and low enough and make it before the radar spots me. So he leaps and then lands. Blast it, it's no good. Too many jets. I almost crashed into them. They're coming this way. I can't stay here, but there's no place to hide. They gotta stay back. Why don't they keep away? I don't want to hurt anyone. But if they come any closer, if they attack me, it'll be too bad. But at that crucial split second, just before the troops confront the desperate Hulk, an ear-splitting whine fills the hot desert air. It's the emergency alert. Condition red. It means back to the base on the double. Within minutes, the last dull rumble of tanks fades into the distance, and the bewildered Hulk safely enters the dank cave which leads to his hidden lair. Lucky for them, the alarm sounded. Now I won't have to bash any heads together. Minutes later, a giant form stands in front of one of Earth's most awesome ray machines. I hate having to become that weakling Banner all the time. Ah!
Each time I make the change, it seems more painful.
What happened? I'm Bruce Banner again, but I'm stronger, more powerful. Must have manipulated the controls differently, but it didn't last. Strength is fading, growing weak again. I must rest. Each change leaves me weaker every time. How much longer can I endure it? Slumping in front of his electronic TV viewer, the anguished scientist switches the set on and... Something's wrong at the base. General Ross, Betty, they look terrified. Oh no, it's impossible. The space probe rocket, my project, it's melting. It's dissolving in front of my eyes. Bewildered, the trembling viewer switches on the sound portion of his amazing set and hears, "Who's that? Where'd he come from?" "I am the Metal Master. I come from the planet Astra, many galaxies away. I melted your puny rocket device through the power of my brain to show you how invincible I am. I am the master of all forms of metal, for all metal is made up of atoms. And with the power of my brain, I can command and control each and every metallic atom. I can cause them to move, to be still, to fly apart, or adhere together. On the planet Astra, our sculptors make magnificent statues of metal, forming them, shaping them by their mental commands alone. But of all the Astrans, only I was judged a criminal. Only I was sentenced to eternal exile. For I wanted to use my great power in order to conquer all. For time beyond measure I have roamed the galaxy, seeking a planet which was rich in resources, rich in metal, a planet which I could rule. And now I have found such a world. Earth shall be mine." "Someone grab him. He's as nutty as a fruitcake." "So, I see that further demonstration is needed. Very well. Behold." "Hey, my helmet's flying off my head. Mine's melting, but it's impossible." "And now, if you find it difficult to believe that I am the one who destroyed your rocket device, see what I shall do to that tank." "It's dwindling away into nothing." "He didn't even touch it, but that ray coming from his head. If we're not dreaming, he's the single most powerful force on Earth." "But wait, you have seen but a small sample of my talent." "The melted metal is turning into long bands of steel, moving like living things. They're encircling us, trapping us inside." "And now hear my ultimatum, for I begin to tire of these childish feats. You will surrender this entire base to me immediately, and the planet Earth itself must accept me as supreme ruler within 24 hours. Now I shall leave you for a few minutes while you discuss my terms and realize how helpless you are before me." "If that big clown thinks he'll get away with this, I'll alert the Missile Hunter Squadron before he gets 50 yards away." "Look, he turned that piece of steel platform into a metal flying carpet." "Those parlor tricks don't impress Thunderbolt Ross. There go my Hunter rockets. They'll bring him down no matter what powers he claims he has." "And still they do not believe me. Disintegrate." And on that command, several of the rockets do indeed disintegrate. I'll direct the remaining rocket to return to the base. "Take cover." "The rocket backtracked in midair. That guy really is unbeatable. There's a chance, just a slim chance, that there is someone who can stop the Metal Master if I can just get to the Hulk in time." Breathless from his heart-pounding run, Rick reaches the lair of the Hulk to find... "Stay back. I know all about it. Saw it on the screen. I'm changing." "There. Now the Hulk will..." "What are you staring at, brat?" "Your face. Your body's the Hulk's, but your face." "Something went wrong. I've got Banner's milksop face." "You can't go out like that. It would give your identity away." "Stop whining. I know what to do. Banner made a lot of old plaster casts and molds and models of his face and mine in order to study him. So the Hulk, after subjecting himself to the rays again, Bruce Banner, his body changed into the Hulk, but his head and face remained that of Bruce Banner. I'll just put one on now, like this." "But what about the machine? Why didn't it change your face?" "Who cares about that? That's for the bookworm Banner to worry about. I've got something more important to handle." I guess I should be doing that in the Hulk's voice. "Now get back out of my way. I can't fly like a blasted Human Torch.
but these muscles in my legs ain't just for show. All I gotta do is spring up and just keep going.
So he leaps and leaps to the area of activity. Remembering the direction of the Metal Master had flown off, and the Hulk soars through the air until he sees.
Figured you'd be somewhere around the metal scrap pile.
What?
Don't look so surprised, Peanut. Everyone on Earth isn't a puny weakling.
Your brute strength does not impress me. Not when all the metal in the universe is mine to command. There, I shall overwhelm you with an avalanche of heavy plummeting iron and steel objects until you whimper helplessly for mercy.
Mr. the Hulk ain't the whimpering kind.
You are more powerful than I thought, so I shall fuse a ton of metal together and form an unbreakable cage to drop over you.
You're out of your mind. Nothing's unbreakable to the Hulk.
And he smashes through the cage. For long minutes, the uncanny battle continues, as the Metal Master keeps the rampaging Hulk at bay with a barrage of heavy flying objects, wearing down his mighty foe slowly but surely, until... Wait! This is folly. Why do we battle each other this way when we might be allies? My mental power and your brute strength would be the most irresistible force in the galaxy.
Huh? Team up with you? You're nuts. Hey, why not? I don't owe nothing to the human race. They've been hounding me, hunting me, treating me like an animal. This would be my chance to pay 'em all back. We could... Nah, forget it. I ain't buying it. The Hulk needs nobody. I can do what I gotta do without you. I'm the Hulk. Do you hear? The Hulk!
But at that split second, while his foe's guard is down, the Metal Master strikes again, swiftly, surely, and... So be it then.
Ugh!
And with a large metal object, the Hulk is knocked unconscious. He was right. We do not need each other, for I am the stronger. I have vanquished him. Now, on all of Earth, there are none who can defy me. I am supreme. Minutes later, a detachment of recon troops stumble across the stunned form of the Hulk. Looks like we were on the right track. The Metal Master must have been in the vicinity. Only he could have beaten the Hulk. Hey, what gives? He's got some kind of mask on. At that moment, the Hulk begins to regain consciousness. Let's see what's underneath this thing. What? No! No! Got to move fast while he's still weak and dazed. Why would the Hulk wear a mask? Has he another identity?
If they find out who I really am, it's the end for me.
But when the mask is removed, this is crazy. He's got the same face underneath. Better take him to headquarters. It's too much for us. And so, word from Retcon Unit C, sir. They've caught the Hulk. Great! Once we get him out of the way, we can concentrate on that blasted Metal Master. And still no word about Bruce Banner. What could have happened to him? Easy, men. General Ross has had this special stone building prepared for the Hulk for months. We don't want to muff it now. And the Hulk is being winched up through an opening in the roof of this cement building. Good thing the Hulk is still dazed. If he'll only stay that way for another few minutes. That's it. We've got him. He'll never escape again. This is the end of the Hulk. But there is one person who is not happy about the capture of Earth's mightiest creature. General, you're making a mistake. The Hulk's the only one who might be able to stop the Metal Master. You've got to let me talk to him. Talk all you want, son, but he's staying here with us. Nervously, the teenager approaches the Hulk's escape-proof cell. It's me, Rick. Are you okay?
You, the one who betrayed me. Only you knew about that mask. You must have told him. But you didn't know the ray would wear off and my real face would return, did you? I can't trust you no more. Can't trust nobody. If I ever get my hands on you, you rotten squealer.
No, Hulk, no, I didn't tell.
You're lying to me, but you'll never fool me again. I'll get out of here somehow, and when I do...
So through the slot in the metal door, the Hulk is attempting to grab Rick.
And when I do, when I break out of here, I'll have my revenge on everybody. Do you hear? On everybody. And I will get out, I will. No matter how long it takes, I'll get out.
And so we take our leave of the most incredible creature on Earth for a short time. as he pounds his unbelievably powerful fists against the silent stone wall, a wall which slowly, ever so slowly, begins to crumble.
I'll get out.
But what of Rick Jones, hurt, bewildered? He turns to Thunderbolt Ross.
General, where do I go to enlist in the Army?
Nowhere yet, son. You're only 16. You're too young.
But I'm tired of being just a nothing. I want to be where the action is.
I know how you feel, my boy. But if you really want to serve your country, the best thing to do is stay in school. America needs trained men in every field, even in the Army. And then, when you're old enough...
Cool it, General. I get the message.
And slowly, inexorably, fate draws her little web closer and closer. For, at that moment, the Metal Master destroys oil wells in the heart of the Near East.
Behold, it is the Metal Master.
Then speeds on to topple construction in Africa, affect shipping in the Mediterranean, and uproot bridges in the heart of Europe. Only the Metal Master could do all this, and before long the entire Earth has seen awesome demonstrations of the seemingly endless power of the menace from another galaxy. Not a human breathes on Earth who does not tremble at the name, the Metal Master. And at this point, we return to a disheartened Rick Jones.
Heck, the whole world's in trouble, and there's nothing a cat my age can do about it. Why not take the General's advice, Rick, and just stick to your education? That's what the rest of us are doing.
Sure, it's okay for him to talk. He was never the Hulk's partner.
How can I go back to being an ordinary kid after something like that? Look, there's Rick Jones. Hey, Ricko, come here. We've got something to show you. What do you see what the gang's been doing? You'll flip, son.
Sorry, Daddy-O, I ain't in a flippin' mood.
Come on, sourpuss. What have you got to lose?
And so Rick accompanies his friends and finds,
we all chipped in to buy this ham radio. Isn't it cool? We can talk to other hams all over the country.
Hey, what do you know?
That's it, the idea I've been looking for. It's perfect. They can't stop us on account of our age, and we can help the Army, the police, everybody.
What do you mean, Rick?
With a bunch of cats like us all over the country, keeping in touch by radio, we can have the greatest setup in the world. We'll form a club, call it something like the Teen Brigade, and be ready to help out wherever we're needed. Hey, the Teen Brigade, it sounds neat. Reet, I'll buy it.
Reet. And so the Teen Brigade is born, a band of loyal teenagers of whom we will shortly hear more. But now, back to the Hulk. Minute after minute, hour after hour, his mighty, seemingly tireless fists pound against the stone wall, chipping it away bit by bit until at last...
I'm free!
And not far away, strange, we still haven't managed to locate Bruce Banner.
Oh, Dad, if anything happened to Bruce, I never realized he meant so much to me.
Suddenly,
General, the Hulk, he's escaped.
What?
You mean he broke out of those thick concrete walls? It can't be. It can't. First that blasted Metal Master, then Banner is missing. Now the Hulk is free again. Of all the blankety blank. Oh, Dad, what if the Hulk has somehow captured Bruce?
But what would Betsy Ross say if she could see the Hulk at this moment, back in his hidden lair, as his massive body is bathed by Bruce Banner's awesome ray?
It's over.
The ray worked all right this time, but I've been using it too often. I'm too weak. Can hardly stand. Everything's spinning round. Can't black out now. Must hold on. Must stay awake. Got to beat the Metal Master. Earth in danger. Can't give up. And at that very moment, so he doesn't want me around anymore. So he doesn't need me. Okay. So who cares? I'll get my duds together and clear out once and for all.
Rick, help me.
Suddenly, seeing the man who had once saved his life, seeing how helpless he is, the teenager forgets his anger and his hurt, and, golly, Doc, you're in real bad shape. What happened? My gamma ray, used it too often. Weak. Can't stand. Overdose of gamma rays. Can't take it. And so Rick puts him to bed. Good old Rick. Loyal Rick. Always here when I need you. What a fool I was. I should have known that Bruce Banner isn't always responsible for what the Hulk says or does. Doc, I've got to get you to a hospital. No time. I've thought of a way to beat the Metal Master, but need help. Can't do it alone. Well, gee, wait a sec, I know. You just tell me what you need, Doc, and my Teen Brigade will go into action. Teen Brigade? A short time later, after being sure that Bruce Banner is resting comfortably. Here's the pitch, gang. You've all heard of Dr. Bruce Banner. Well, he's got an angle on how to beat the Metal Master, but it's up to us to get him the equipment he needs. Now here's what we want." And so, eagerly, enthusiastically, with all the energy of typical American teenagers, the newly formed Teen Brigade races into action. "What are we waiting for? Last one back is a rotten egg. Gangway!" North, south, east, and west, into every corner of the United States, the Teen Brigade radio their messages, and parts and supplies start pouring in from all over in a desperate struggle to stop the Metal Master. "Just reached Pittsburgh. Our condensers are on the way. Here's the tubes and circuits Rick asked for from Seattle. Blueprints on the way. Over and out." And once more, alone and unsuspected, a slender figure stands in front of the gamma ray machine. "Can't afford to rest any longer. It's now or never." "It's working. I can feel the power surging through my body. I'm strong again. I'm the Hulk again." And so our gripping tale gathers momentum as it races towards its inevitable climax. For the Metal Master is still at large, and Earth has still found no way to cope with his dire menace. We've tried every weapon, every scheme. Nothing can stop the Metal Master. The people are growing panicky. Something must be done soon, but what? And as those in authority ponder the problem hopelessly, the Metal Master continues to make a mockery of our power, our defenses. How easy it is for me to hopelessly snarl their transportation by twisting the metal tracks of their railroads. No nation fails to feel the Metal Master's sting. "Attention, comrades! Launch missiles! The Metal Master must be destroyed!" More missiles! Will the helpless fools never learn? How frustrated they must be if they are watching this on their telescopic viewers. At a mere mental command from me, each missile separates and passes harmlessly around me. That roar behind me? Ah, so now they send manned aircraft to battle me. But all I need to do is streak through each one, melting it as I touch it. So the Metal Master is destroying their missiles and aircraft. By merely melting the engine section of each plane, I permit the helpless pilots to bail out and float to safety. It is not that I am merciful, but I shall want every earthling alive so that there will be many to serve me. Now I shall simply lose myself in a bank of clouds, for I grow weary of this conflict. It is like battling children. The next time I appear, I shall be through toying with these puny humans. When next they see me, I shall have come to take possession of all mankind. But in an old warehouse in the southwest, some of those puny humans are plotting and planning and working to defeat the unsuspecting alien. "We brought all the equipment Rick asked for. He's locked inside now." "What do you suppose he's doing with it? And where's Dr. Banner?" Dr. Banner, too, is inside, but not in the form which the Teen Brigade might expect. "It's a good thing you remembered most of Bruce Banner's scientific knowledge, Hope." "Shut up and let me think, Brad. There, the machine is finished. Now open that door and get out of my way." You bet, Hulk." "Now to find that flying creep." Look, it's the Hulk." "But how did he get in there? And what was he carrying? It looked like some sort of gun." "If he's looking for the Metal Master, he's wasting his time. That gun won't do any good." Minutes later, a Teen Brigade lookout sees, "It's him! It's the Metal Master, headed due north-northwest." Within seconds, the message is relayed to Teen Brigade radio posts throughout the area. "Roger. I'll get that scoop to Rick Jones on the double. Over and out." And finally, "Hulk, the Metal Master has been sighted approaching Washington, D.C. "It's about time. Now stand back, Brat. I've got me a little traveling to do. The Metal Master must be figuring on taking over the government now, but the Hulk's got a few other plans for him." And on the ground below, carloads of excited teenagers converge on the nation's capital. "Come on, we don't want to miss any of this." "But what happened to Bruce Banner, Rick?" "He must have built that gun for the Hulk. Now we'll see some action." "There he is. All right, Flyboy, come on down to Earth before I blast you down with this gizmo. This is the Hulk talking." And it's the Metal Master on his flying metal carpet. "The Hulk. Good. Now I shall destroy you once and for all with your own weapon. No matter how powerful that gun is, the metal of which it is made is subject to my every command. And so farewell, Hulk, for it shall now explode right in your arm." "You failed. You can't control this hunk of metal. See? Nothing happened to it, and nothing's gonna happen." "That's impossible. There's no type of metal I cannot control. I'll get closer to it." "That's what I want. Come close. Real close." Now. Nothing is happening, but it can't be. It can't. I'm using all the mental power at my command. It has to explode. I command it to. I'll get closer still. The mental energy I'm generating is enough to level an entire city. It must explode.
I knew it. You ain't all you're cracked up to be. You're a phony. A weak, brainless, ugly phony. Do you hear me? I say you're just a big zero.
You must explode. Explode. Explode! Meanwhile, unaware of what is taking place, General Ross still paces angrily in his room. We've got to find this Banner. He's the most brilliant weapons expert in the country. He's got to come up with something to beat the Metal Master. I've called every hospital, even the morgue.
General, a report's just in from headquarters. The Hulk and the Metal Master are face to face on the outskirts of Washington, D.C.
Don't just stand there, man. Have my jet prepared for flight. I've got to reach the scene. Got to take charge. They're probably trying to decide which of them will take over this nation.
Dad, be careful.
After a record-breaking cross-country jet flight, Thunderbolt Ross takes command of the assembled missile strike force and... All units advance. This is the showdown. Meanwhile, for long silent minutes, the Metal Master has hovered over the Hulk, unable to believe that he has failed at last, until...
All right, I'll let you stay there and tremble long enough. Now it's my turn. Hey!
No, one last chance. I'll strike him with the steel plate I've been standing on. At least, I can still control that. And the Hulk is knocked down by that steel plate. But then the Metal Master is quickly captured.
Gotcha. You didn't think that little piece of tin could hurt me, did you?
That fist, that arm, don't strike me. I'll do anything, but don't hit me.
All right, coward. I'll give you a chance. Make everything the way it was before you messed up all the metal on Earth, and I mean now.
Tremblingly, the Metal Master concentrates as he summons up all of his vast, awesome mental power, sending boundless waves of pure thought to every part of the planet.
And no tricks, or else.
Impelled by an uncontrollable fear of the Incredible Hulk, the alien Metal Master does as he is ordered, and within minutes all the damage that has been done is rectified, in the most dazzling display of mental prowess ever seen on Earth. And then, before anyone can make a move, the Hulk releases the beaten alien and silently watches as the Metal Master rockets away from Earth, never again to return. He's gone. We've licked him. Earth is safe. You did it, Hulk. You beat the Metal Master, but how? What kind of metal was that?
Anybody could have made it, except most of you dumb humans always lose your heads when something happens. It wasn't any kind of metal at all, just plastic and cardboard. I painted it to look like metal. It was a bluff that paid off.
Ha ha! Look, the whole thing's a phony. It's all hollow, but the Metal Master never suspected.
I guess you kids deserve most of the credit. If you hadn't rounded up all the junk I needed to make that gun, it would have been too late.
Gosh, imagine the Hulk complimenting us. Wowee! Hold on, we've got company coming. The army's moving in. There he is, up ahead. Steady now, men. Proceed with caution.
Hang on, Brat. We're heading home. I got no time for any explaining now.
So Rick jumps on the Hulk's back and he leaps into the air. Before General Ross can issue an order, the Teen Brigade tells him what has taken place, and that's how it happened, sir. The Hulk beat the Metal Master. He saved the whole Earth. Well, I'll be. And so many, many miles and many hours later...
Well, here goes nothing again.
The Hulk stands before the transformation machine.
What happened? I didn't change. I'm still the Hulk. What did I do wrong? Everything's set right. Everything's connected. Banner always felt that the blasted machine shouldn't be used too much. The gamma rays are too strong, too hard to control. I always hated Banner's weak body. Always wished I could stay as the Hulk, but now, to be the Hulk forever, to always be hunted, feared.
While unaware of Bruce Banner and the Hulk's plight, Betty Ross continues her seemingly hopeless quest. Yeah, lady, Doc Banner used to buy his papers here, but I haven't seen him in weeks. Look, there's Betty Ross, the General's daughter. Yeah, she's been asking around for Doc Banner for days. Maybe we'd better tell Rick. Then at a Teen Brigade radio post, can you reach Rick? Charlie got a message for him. Was just going to call him myself. Got some big news from Washington. And in the Hulk's secret lair.
Am I going to have to stay hidden in this cave all my life?
Hulk, great news. You've gotten a pardon because you defeated the Metal Master.
A pardon? Is that the best they can do? I saved the whole blame planet, and all they can do is pardon me? Miserable, ungrateful humans. What good is a pardon gonna do me now? It's too late. Everything's too late.
And the Hulk smashes machinery. Hulk, don't. Just take it easy, Hulk.
Take it easy, haha. He says take it easy. I'll show you how to take it easy. I'll show the whole crummy world. What?
I'm normal again. I'm Bruce Banner. The ray did work. It just had a delayed reaction. Rick, I hope I never have to go through that again. You don't know what it's like, the pain, the anguish. Sure, Doc, sure. I can imagine. That's what makes you so edgy. Later, after Bruce Banner has rested a while. By the way, Doc, I meant to tell you, Betty Ross has been looking for you. She's real worried about you being missing so long. Poor kid. I'll go see her right away. And at Betty's house. So they pardon the Hulk of all the lunkhead decisions. Can't they see he's tricked him? He's trying to throw us off guard. He's as dangerous as ever. Ding dong. The doorbell. Who? Where in thunder have you been? We've turned the state upside down searching for you. I'm sorry, General. I was feeling under the weather, so I took a few days' rest in Bermuda. Bermuda? While the whole world totters on the brink, he's resting in Bermuda? Oh, Bruce. Thank heavens you're all right. Hello, Betty. I'm sorry I worried you, dear. I'm sorry I worried you, dear? Ah, how a daughter of mine could ever fall for such a spineless milksop. Sometimes I think she'd be better off mooning over the Hulk. At least he's got a backbone. Bruce, I know there was more to your absence than the fact that you didn't feel well. I have the strangest feeling that there's some connection between you and the Hulk. Why don't you confide in me? Don't I mean enough to you? Mean enough? I can't tell you any more, Betty, because you mean too much to me. As for the Hulk, let's hope that he is gone now, forever. But alas, the hope of Bruce Banner is not to be realized, for the Hulk is destined to live again. But that's another tale. The gamma ray machine, it grows more unpredictable each time it's used. If Doc has to face it again, what will happen next time? And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed that reading of The Incredible Hulk, issue number 6. And if you did, I would encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you get alerted as soon as I release new vlogs or videos. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. And remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.